Hello, hello, my beautiful students. How are you today? Hope that you are pretty fine. Ok, super handsome. Ay, mi alergia siempre. Bueno, guapérrimos y guapérrimas, it is time to start with the topics that we have for today, okay? Hope that you are pretty fine. And for that reason, let's start with this that I have here for you. On your marks, ready, set, and go. Hey. And here we go. First of all, let me say, welcome, good day, have each one of you. And let's start with this. It's good to see you again, my dear friend. Yes, I'm going to be changing my meme this week, promise. And welcome back. It's a super pleasure to have you here. But it's time to continue with all these that we have here for you. So, on your marks, get ready, set, and go. Hey. So, Angie, I'm all ears. Oh, that's cool. And that's good because the topic that we are going to be having for today is going to be pretty interesting. Maybe you already know a little bit about that. And for that reason, let's start here. Ja, 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 ja. I'm scared. I'm scared. Why are you so scared now? Let's see this, okay? So, you are doing a great job. You are doing a super great effort, and I'm very proud of you, really. But we are going to start with some topics that are going to be pretty easy. But indeed, you need to be practicing, okay? At least every single day for 15 or 10 minutes. And let's start with this, okay? So you also have these drawings that are going to be helping you to feel more comfortable and confident with this. We are going to talk about adjectives that ends with ed or with ing. Okay, but my first question, what do you know about this topic? Well, and that's great. But now that you were thinking about what you already know about this topic, let's start with this. Okay, as you were saying, we are going to be having different kind of adjectives, okay? Forget about the adjectives that are related with pronouns. In this topic, we are going to be talking about the adjectives that are going to be describing the personal or not personal characteristics of people, animals, places, and situations. Okay, remember that an adjective is going to be describing how a thing is. Well, but as you know, we are going to be having adjectives like big, small, clean, dirty, beautiful and ugly, happy, sad, young, old. And at the same time, they are going to be long or short adjective, expensive, long adjectives, short. It's a short adjective, okay? And we were talking about that at the beginning of at the ages. And then when we were talking about comparatives and superlatives, we are going to continue talking about that in a different way. But it is super important that you can know now a dark side of this topic or the dark side of these adjectives. It is not a dark side. It is just a different side, okay? And let me show you this. Let me show to you this. The boy is, what do you think? The boy is worried or tired? The boy is worried or tired? Okay, I think that he's worried. Worried. Excellent. Now, in this case, by worried and tired. Now, look at this. The girl is depressed or surprised? The girl is depressed or surprised? She's like depressed, right? Okay, now, oi, look at this. The child is interested or scared? Interested or scared? He's scared, right? Now, the woman is entertained or confused? Entertained or confused? Yes, I believe that she's confused, right? Not entertained. Now, tell me about this. The computer games are amazing or bored? Amazing or bored? They are amazing, excellent. Now, the children aren't terrified or stressed? The children aren't terrified or stressed? I think that both, right? They aren't terrified and they aren't stressed. Now, Minnie is annoyed or interested? Minnie is annoyed or interested? I think that she's interested, right? Now, as you could see, we were having several adjectives or several examples of adjectives, but maybe you noticed that there were two kinds of adjectives. Some adjectives ending with ing and some adjectives ending with ed. But now maybe you are asking, yes, but what's the difference between those two adjectives? Let me show you this. I am so bored. The book is so boring. What is it? I am so bored. The book is so boring. What could it be that? What could it be that? Yo estoy tan aburrido o tan aburrida. El libro es tan aburrido. Aburrido y aburrido. Es el mismo significado, pero ¿por qué con uno tengo bored y con otro tengo boring? Ah, here we go. Let me tell you that you are going to be having two situations. What's the difference with adjectives ending with et or ing? Bueno, yo aquí te voy a dar un super tip que puedes aplicar. Con los adjetivos que terminan en ed, yo aplico la de no eres tú, soy yo. Y con los adjetivos que terminan en ing, aquí aplico la de no, no soy yo, eres tú. Triste. And why I am going to be applying those rules? Because let me tell you something. When you're going to be having an adjective that ends with ed. Remember that we have a lot of adjectives, ¿ok? Por ejemplo, tienes muchos adjetivos, tienes beautiful, que termina en fall. Tienes pretty, que termina en TY, ¿no? Tienes sad, que termina en D. Tienes big, que termina en G, ¿no? Cada adjetivo termina en palabras, en cuestiones diferentes. En este caso, pues hay adjetivos que terminan en ed y otros que terminan en ing y no dejan de ser adjetivos, ¿no? Solamente que de la bola de adjetivos hay ciertos adjetivitos que van a tener ciertas cuestiones. No es que tengan una regla especial, sino el uso, por así decirlo. Es como de todos los seres humanos están los que son los más tímidos y están los que son más extrovertidos. Todos son seres humanos, solamente que hay unos que son pues más extrovertidos, el grupito de los extrovertidos, los introvertidos, los que les gustan las matemáticas, los que les gusta el deporte, pues así, ¿no? De toda la bola de adjetivos que existen en el mundo, están los adjetivos que terminan con ed y otros que terminan con ing, pero no dejan de ser adjetivos, ¿no? Bueno, the adjectives that are going to be ending with ed are going to be describing a person's own feelings. Okay, we are going to be talking about the feeling that a person has or is having about something. For example, bored, confused, interested, excited, surprised, aburrido, confundido, emocionado, sorprendido, interesado, interesada, ¿no? Dependiendo del género, si es femenino o masculino. And here you have some examples. This lesson is difficult. I am confused. Kate had nothing to do. She was very bored. Esta lección es difícil. Estoy confundido o estoy confundida. ¿Quién es quien tiene ese sentimiento? Yo soy la confundida. No estoy diciendo ahí, la lección es confusa, ¿no? Yo soy la que me siento, la que estoy confundida. Yo soy la dueña de ese sentimiento. Soy quien lo está sintiendo, ¿no? Todos los adjetivos que terminen con ed van a hablar de lo que la persona siente, lo que se produce ahora sí que en su alma, cuerpo y corazón. Ahí, ed, in few words. ¿Qué in few words? In the other hand, we are going to be having ing adjectives that it is almost the same, but in the opposite side. When you have an adjective with ing, it means that that adjective is describing a situation, a thing, or even a person, but another person that causes that feeling. Aquí tú ya no vas a hablar de cómo se siente la persona, o cómo te sientes tú, o cómo se siente tu primo, tu novia, tu esposo, tu esposa, sino de algo externo que pues va a llegar a producir cierto sentimiento en ti. Por ejemplo, boring, confusing, interesting, exciting, surprising. Boring, aburrido, confusing, confuso, interesting, interesante, exciting, emocionante, surprising, sorprendente. No va a ser sorprendiéndose, no, aquí no es ing, no significa ando yendo, ¿no? This va a significar ando oyendo cuando estés con un verbo y tenga el verbo to be, ¿sale? El verbo. No, un adjetivo no va a sorprender interesanteando, aburridoseándose, confundiéndose, ahí ya va a ser otra cosa con los verbos, ¿no? Aquí son adjetivos y estamos escribiendo cómo es algo. No podemos conjugar un adjetivo. Yo emocionado, tú emocionanta, él emocionante. No, tendríamos que poner un verbo referente a ello, que los hay. ¿Lo vamos a ver? For example, this lecture is very confusing. I don't understand. Esta lectura es muy confusa. No la entiendo. ¿Quién es muy confusa, la lectura o yo? La lectura. Obvio, como la lectura es muy confusa, te puedo decir, no la entiendo, pero no me estoy enfocando a mí, cómo me siento, no estoy diciendo, no, estoy muy confusa, yo también, no. Ahí yo estoy diciendo, sí, no la entiendo, estoy confundida, lo que quieras ahí, pero ya como plus, ¿no? En el contexto. Pero aquí me estoy enfocando en la lectura es muy confusa. ¿Qué? Es confusa la lectura. ¿Yo la estoy sintiendo, viviendo o es algo externo? Es algo externo, no es que yo diga, me siento confundida por la... No, ahí me estoy enfocando a otra cuestión, que lógicamente al ser confusa la lectura, pues yo me estoy confundida o alguna cuestión así. Por el contexto lo sé, es lógico, no puedo decir, está muy confusa la lectura, y le entiendo muy bien. Ahí de plano sí podrías decir, the lecture is very confusing, but I get it. Es muy confusa, pero le entendí. O I don't get it. No, no le entiendo. Ya depende de ahora sí de que es muy confusa, pero si le entiendo o no le entiendo. Aquí quien me está interesando es esta cuestión, la situación o la cosa que está causando un sentimiento. ¿Cómo lo ves? Ahorita te la vamos a desmenuzar. The movie was so boring that Jim nearly fell asleep. Híjole, es la lectura, la película fue o estuvo tan aburrida que Jim casi se queda dormido. Híjole, la película estuvo tan aburrida que Jim casi se queda dormido. ¿Quién estuvo aburrida, la película o Jim? La película, ¿no? Jim casi se queda dormido, pero no estoy mencionando un sentimiento en específico de que he was sleeping, he was boring. Él estaba aburrido, él estaba, ¿no? Aparte del boring, he was bored. Estaba aburrido. Si digo he was boring, él era el aburrido, ahorita vas a ver. The movie was so boring that Jim nearly fell asleep. La película estuvo tan aburrida que Jim casi se queda dormido. Me estoy enfocando no a Jim, a sus sentimientos, sino quién es el culpable y por qué. La película estuvo tan aburrida, la película es la culpable porque empezó a causar un sentimiento ahí de somnolencia, no sé, porque la peli estuvo aburrida. Mira, por ejemplo, aquí. There are adjectives which can take both ending. Ed or ing, for example, I'm bored. Estoy aburrida. Yo soy la persona que tiene ese sentimiento. I am the one. I am the person who is feeling that feeling. Or this is a very boring course. Ah, no. This is a very boring course. Este es un curso muy aburrido. Okay, here in this case, the one who is having that feeling is the girl. Por eso se está hablando un poquito de español el día de hoy, ¿no? Para que quede bien explicado. I'm bored, estoy aburrida, ¿quién? Yo. ¿Quién siente ese sentimiento? ¿Quién tiene ese sentimiento? En su alma, en su cuerpo y en su ser. She. Ahora, this is a very boring course. Este es un curso muy aburrido. ¿Quién es el aburrido? ¿El chavo se siente aburrido o es el curso es el aburrido? École, el curso es el aburrido. Obvio aquí le puedo completar I am boring, I am bored. Estoy aburrido. Bueno, pero ahí ya está. Si dijera yo I am bored, because this is a very boring course, se puede. Estoy aburrido porque este es un curso bien aburrido. No estoy hablando de otra, de una cuestión externa, el ing y con el ed estoy hablando ya de una cuestión interna. ¿No? For example here, are you bored or are you boring? Can you see the difference here? Yes. Okay. Let me tell you something. Okay. So, are you bored? It could be like this. Y el are you boring? Could it be this? What difference you are going to be having here? Oh, that if I say, are you bored? Means that I am asking to you if you are having that feeling. Ahí el are you bored? Te estaría yo preguntando, ¿estás aburrido? Pero tú, ¿tienes ese sentimiento? ¿Tú te sientes aburrido? ¿Estás aburrido en tu corazón? Dices, ya, por favor, libérenme de este sufrimiento, estoy aburrido, ya dígale que deje de hablar, no me interesa su tema. Es aquí, él es el que tiene el sentimiento, se siente aburrido, está aburrido, bored. Y aquí, en este caso, are you boring? Are you a boring teacher? ¿Eres aburrido? Tú eres el maestro aburrido, o sea, que tu cátedra de plano uno dice, híjole, ya, por favor, teacher, pónganos un jueguito o algo, ¿no? Aquí no es que tú te sientas aburrido, sino que tú eres esa cuestión que causa un sentimiento de aburrimiento en las personas. Tú eres el aburrido, ¿no? No que estés aburrido. Tú eres la causa externa. No es cierto, es un ejemplo. Mira nada más. Adjectives with it describes the emotions of a person. I mean, how they feel, how that person feels, how everybody is feeling emotions, okay? The person's emotion, the people's emotions, okay? And ing adjectives are going to be describing the characteristics of an activity, objects, or even a person that causes a feeling. Here are the characteristics of an activity, a person, an animal, whatever you want, that is going to be causing a feeling, that is going to be the difference. Los adjetivos con ed describen la emoción de la persona, cómo se sienten ellos o cómo te sientes tú, ¿no? Y los que llevan ing van a escribir qué característica tiene que causa un sentimiento. Por ejemplo, aquí, this boy is surprised. Este niño está sorprendido. Ah, the emotion or the feeling that he has. ¿Sale? Y aquí sí te digo, this book is surprising. Oh, este libro es sorprendente. La característica que tiene ese libro, que obviamente causa un sentimiento, ¿no? Este libro es sorprendente. El libro, no el niño es el sorprendido. El libro es el sorprendente y obviamente si el libro es sorprendente, pues yo me siento sorprendida, ¿no? Here you have other examples. I'm so bored. Estoy tan aburrida ya, por favor, cuéntenme un chiste. Kate didn't understand the lesson. She was very confused. Kate no entendió la clase, la lección. She was very confused. Estaba muy confundida. El sentimiento, la emoción que Kate tiene porque no le entendía la clase y por eso está confundida. No estoy hablando que la clase la confusa, estoy diciendo cómo se siente ella, la emoción que ella tiene respecto a algo. Y aquí, with ing, this meeting is so boring. It's so boring. Kate didn't under. Esta junta es tan aburrida. Es muy aburrida. La junta. En ningún momento te estoy mencionando que yo estoy aburrido. Ay, estoy aburrido porque puedo meterle ahí tu sentimiento y aparte cómo es lo que me está causando ese sentimiento, ¿no? This meeting is so boring. Esta junta es tan aburrida. La junta, no yo soy el aburrido, no te estoy mencionando que me siento aburrido, que es lógico, ya va entre letras, ¿no? Entre líneas, que pues estás aburrida porque obvio, está muy aburrida, pero yo estoy muy contento. ¿No? This meeting is so boring. Oh, Kate didn't understand. The lesson was very confusing. Kate no entendió. La clase, la lección fue muy confusa. La lección. Aquí te estoy mencionando, sí, que Kate no entendió. Órale. Pero no te estoy diciendo, Kate is confused. Kate está confundida. No, me estoy enfocando en segundo plano a Kate, que sabemos que si la clase estuvo confusa y si ahí dice que no entendió, pues es porque está confundida, ¿no? Pero en segundo plano, aquí quien me importa es la situación externa, la actividad, el objeto, la persona, etcétera, y su característica que causa cierto sentimiento. No sé si me estoy dando a entender. Si no, aquí te va, mira. We are going to be having this in order that you can, ¿se me ve mi cámara? In order that we can understand a little bit more this that I have here for you.
This is a very interesting book.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very interested in this book.
What?
This is a book about me.
There's a mistake my students sometimes make that can be funny or kind of embarrassing. So I've asked along an embarrassing version of myself to demonstrate. I'm very interesting. Ooh, did I say that? How embarrassing. What I could say is I'm very interested. Interesting and interested are both adjectives. So what's the difference?
This baseball game is really interesting.
We use interested to say how we feel. We use interesting to describe a person or thing that causes the feeling. So, an interesting speaker.
Hey, did you check the difference? Jay is interested in baseball. Jay está interesado en el béisbol. Como dijo la señora, we use ed adjectives when we want to mention how that person feels about something, and ing when something external is causing that feeling. Baseball is interesting. Baseball es interesante, no que es. ¿O se siente el partido de fútbol se siente él a sí mismo interesante? No.
An interesting speaker, an interesting creature, an interesting book.
¿Cómo son las
Notice
cosas?
that interesting doesn't mean important or big. It can in some languages, but not English.
Very interesting.
We can be interested in a business proposition.
This is our first new product. What do you think?
No, sorry, not interested.
Okay, we also have this.
No, not interested.
How about this?
No, he's definitely not interested. Do you have any balls?
What?
I'll offer you two a business proposition.
We're not interested.
Well, you'll be interested. Now, you're a smart
Don't
young
listen
man.
to him, Bruce.
Now, something else. There are other adjectives that follow a similar pattern. Let's look at one. I'm very interesting. Ooh, did I say that? How embarrassing. The mistake was embarrassing, so it made me feel embarrassed. Embarrassing describes the mistake. Embarrassed describes how I felt.
How I felt, how I am feeling, and ing is going to be something external, how the situation is.
Let's look at some more adjectives that follow the same pattern. See if you can spot them. Will you stop doing that?
Doing what?
That. It's very annoying.
Sorry, I'm late. Let's get started. Is Jay sleeping?
Sorry, Rachel. He had a very tiring morning.
I'm not tired. I was just thinking.
He thinks with his eyes shut.
Emily, do you know how to drive?
No, ma'am.
Isn't it exciting?
Okay, Jay, pick a card. Remember it? Right, Jace, shuffle the cards.
Okay.
Jay, your card is the top card.
No way. That's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you do that? I'm amazed.
Here they are again. Will you stop doing that?
Doing what?
That. It's very annoying. He had a very...
As you can see here in the example, it's annoying. What? The sound that the guy is doing, like tack, 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 tack. Oh my goodness, please, that's annoying. It's molesto. And if the man continues doing that sound, tuk, 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 let me tell you that Vicky is going to be annoyed. Ella va a ser la molesta, pero como sentimiento. ¿Sale? Annoying, el sonido es molesto, la cuestión externa, la característica. Vicky is annoyed. Vicky está molesta, pero su sentimiento de molestia.
Annoying. He had a very tiring morning.
I'm not tired. I was just thinking.
Isn't it exciting?
I'm not tired.
Dice, Jay had a tiring morning. Jay tuvo una mañana cansada, tiring morning, una mañana cansada. ¿Cómo? No él es el cansado. Ahí no te estoy mencionando que él es el cansado, sino que su mañana estuvo cansada, ¿no? Ya después aquí sí te estoy mencionando he is tired. Él está cansado. Aquí, ¿cómo estuvo algo externo? Y ya, ¿cómo se siente él? Puedes unir tanto cómo está la cosa como cómo se siente.
I was just thinking.
Isn't it exciting?
Jay, your card is the top card.
No way. That's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Ay, Dios. Sorry, lo puse por ahí, verdad. We need to go back again with the video. Well, what do you think about this? Was it interesting? Are you interested on the topic? What do you think? It's cool, no? Remember, ed, the feeling that you or another person has related to something, okay? How you are feeling. And ing, it is going to be about something external that we are going to be having. Okay, that is going to be the situation that we are going to be facing. Easy or difficult? Don't worry, we are going to continue with this that I have here for you. Let me check.
I'm amazed.
Here they are again. Will you stop doing that?
Doing what?
Will you stop doing that? Doing what? Hey, look at this. It's annoying. Vicky is annoyed. ¿Cómo se siente ella? ¿Cómo es la situación?
That. It's very annoying. He had a very tiring morning.
I'm not tired. I was just thinking.
Isn't it exciting?
It's exciting. La situación que están viviendo. She's excited. ¿Cómo se siente ella? Emocionada.
Jay, your card is the top card.
No way.
That's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
It's an amazing trick. Es un truco sorprendente, ¿no? Genial. Jace is amazed. Él está sorprendido, impactado, nadado.
I'm amazed.
This video is going to be for you, so don't worry about that, okay? I'm going to be sending everything to you. This was in order that we can have more examples, right? About this topic that we are having. Well, for that reason, let's continue here. And let me tell you that we can use adjectives that end with ed to describe people's feeling, okay? And was very frightened. And is the subject of the sentence, and is the person who has the feeling. Ay, se me movió mi este. Dice, and was very frightened. The subject of the sentence, and is the person who has the feeling, okay? Here, pay a lot of attention with the subject of the sentence. Who is going to be having that feeling? Or for example, we are all surprised by the noise, no? We are all surprised. Let me make it smaller. Excellent. And let me move a little bit this. By the news. Oh, we are all surprised by the news. We feel surprised. Ay, mil disculpas, ahí mi reloj y mi horario está desconfigurado en mi compu. We are all surprised by the news. Todos estamos sorprendidos por las noticias, como el sentimiento que yo tengo ahí. We are all surprised by the news. We feel surprised. Nos sentimos así sorprendidos. Okay. Or for example, here, I wasn't nervous before the exam. I was relaxed. I wasn't nervous before the exam. I was relaxed. Yo no estaba nervioso, nerviosa. Antes del examen estaba relajado, relajado, relajada, relajada. The feeling that I was having, or the feeling that I have, or that I had, okay, on my mind, on my heart, on my body. For example, here, were you disappointed by the film? Could it be those in questions? Yes, indeed. Were you disappointed by the film? Oh, were you disappointed by the film? ¿Estuviste decepcionado? ¿Fuiste decepcionado por la película? You're feeling what you are feeling. ¿Te sentiste decepcionado, decepcionada? Or here, for example, the students are bored during the lesson. Ay, los alumnos están aburridos durante. Aquí este no es un adjetivo, este es un conector. No te espantes que toda palabra que tenga ed o ing va a ser a fuerzas un adjetivo o un verbo. No. During, durante, ¿no? No es un adjetivo. During the lesson. Los estudiantes están aburridos durante la lección, durante la clase. Bored. How they are feeling, the feeling that they are having. Okay, or for example, I'm interested in your idea. I feel interested. I am interested in your idea. The feeling that I have about what you are mentioning, okay? I'm interested in your idea. Estoy interesada, estoy interesada. No siempre tengo que decir me siento interesada, estoy interesada, pero es ese sentimiento que tú tienes respecto a algo. No. Or here, for example, he was excited by the game ended. He was excited. Él estuvo o estaba emocionado por el final del juego. The feeling that he was having, he had or he has. Okay. The feeling, lo que él se sintió, siente, sentirá. El sentimiento. I was very tired at the end of the journey. I was very tired at the end of the journey. Yo estaba muy cansada al final del viaje. Tired. Su sentimiento, cómo se sentía ella. And let me tell you, in the other hand, that we use an adjective that ends with ing in order to talk about a thing or a person that make us have a feeling. Vamos a utilizar todos los adjetivos que tengan ing para hablar de, no sé, una cosa, una persona, una situación, un animal, lo que tú quieras, que hace que nosotros tengamos el sentimiento. No que yo me sienta así el sentimiento que tengo, sino que otra cuestión externa hace que tenga cierto sentimiento. Por ejemplo, the ghost was very frightening. The ghost was very frightening. The subject of the sentence, I mean the ghost, is the one who is causing that feeling, as you can see. Be careful with the subject of the sentences. Asustado, espantado, fue espantoso. The ghost was very frightening. El fantasma era muy espantoso, ¿no? Estaba espantoso. El fantasma era espantoso, me va a causar a mí cierto sentimiento de espanto, pero me estoy enfocando a la persona o a la cosa que causa cierto sentimiento. Estoy describiendo cómo es esa cosa, ¿no? Que causa ese sentimiento. No te estoy hablando de mis sentimientos, sino cómo es esa cosa que va a causar cierto sentimiento en mí. For example, the news is surprising. La noticia es sorprendente. No te estoy diciendo I am surprised. Estoy sorprendido, me siento sorprendida. No, ¿cómo es esa noticia? Is surprising. Or for example, the journey was tiring. The journey was tiring. ¿Quién? The journey was tiring. El viaje fue o estuvo cansado. Por ende, como el viaje estuvo cansado, pues yo estoy cansada, ¿no? Pero aquí no me estoy enfocando a mencionarte cómo me siento yo. Exacto, sino cómo estuvo esa cuestión externa que va a causar cierto sentimiento en mí. Or for example here, the end of the game was exciting. The end of the game was exciting. El final del juego fue emocionante. No te estoy diciendo yo cómo se sintieron las personas, sino cómo estuvo esa cuestión externa que están viviendo. It was exciting. El final del juego fue emocionante y por ende, en segundo plano, pues sabemos que ellos, al haber estado emocionante el final, pues ellos se sintieron emocionados, ¿no? Excited. O aquí, your idea is interesting. Your idea is interesting. Tu idea es interesante, tu idea de ti. Pero aquí no te estoy mostrando en ningún momento que yo me sienta interesado, ¿no? En segundo plano sabemos que si tu idea me ha resultado interesante, pues estoy interesada o estoy interesada. Pero aquí no me estoy enfocando a mí, sino a esa cuestión externa. Your idea is interesting. Interesante. The lesson was boring. La clase o la lección fue aburrida. No estoy diciendo que yo o que el maestro. No me siento aburrida. No estoy diciendo me siento aburrida, los alumnos están aburridos, se sienten aburridos. No, estoy hablando de la cuestión externa, la clase, que en segundo plano deja ver que pues ellos estaban aburridos, ¿no? Gracias a algo que suscitó o que cooperó o que desarrolló ese sentimiento y esa fue la clase. The lesson was boring. La lección estuvo aburrida. La lección, no estoy mencionando sentimientos de las personas, o sea, de un animal, lo que quiera, sino algo externo. Was the film disappointing? Was the film disappointing? ¿Estuvo el film decepcionante? ¿Fue la película decepcionante? No tú cómo te sientes respecto a la película decepcionante, sino si la película, algo externo, fue decepcionante. I went for a relaxing walk. I went for a relaxing walk. Me fui a una caminata relajante. ¿Cómo? Es la caminata relajante. No te estoy preguntando cómo te sientes, si sí te relajaste o no. Tú fuiste en busca de esa cuestión externa, ¿no? ¿Cómo es esa situación, esa persona, ese animal? Relaxing walk. Ya de ahí, si tú quieres, ya mencionas, I feel relaxed. Con ed. I feel, now I feel relaxed. Ahora me siento relajada. Bueno, ya estás hablando de tu sentimiento propio personal. Ahí es una cuestióncita externa. You are going to be having like a series of different adjectives, okay, that are going to be ed or ing. Remember that are going to be adjectives that are not going to be having ed or ing, and they are okay and they are correct. You don't need to worry about them. But in this case, for example, amused, amusing, exhausted, exhausting, embarrassed, embarrassing, pleased, pleasing, and so on. This is going to be your homework, okay? You need to investigate the meaning of each one of these adjectives in order that you can practice. And with those adjectives, you can use these pictures. Oh, I was tired. Mondays are tiring, for example. You can be playing with this. Or, oh, I feel excited about Iron Man's movie. Oh, Iron Man's movie was exciting. No? What could you tell me about this? Oh, I feel, or what? I am amused of Batman's news movie. Oh, Batman's news movie was amusing, for example. Now, what can you tell me about this? You need to try to use two adjectives with ed and ing. What could you use in order to describe this? I felt stressed with all the Harry Potter sagas. The Harry Potter sagas was stressful. Well, that was stressful. Stressing. Try to say something about this picture. What adjectives could you use in order to talk about these pictures? With ET and ING. What do you imagine? What do you imagine? Or with this, for example, what can you tell me with these two pictures? With ED and ING. Or with these two? Well, actually, this is going to be a great exercise for you in order that you can be practicing your adjectives, but try to use an ED adjective and an ING adjective in order to describe all these pictures, okay? And in this way, as I was telling you, you are going to be practicing new vocabulary and how you are going to be making use of ED and ING adjectives, okay? Very well, this is extra. Now, what's the difference? Remember that ED adjectives, we use ED adjectives when we want to describe how people feel. She's very excited about her upcoming trip to Australia. Oh, the feeling that she has. An ING describes the thing, the situation, the place, or a person, or whatever that make us feel that way. Her upcoming trip to Australia is very exciting, the trip. I am not excited. Well, actually I am, but I am not mentioning my feeling. I'm mentioning the thing that is making me have that feeling. Aquí no es que no esté emocionada, obviamente lo estoy, pero no me estoy enfocando a hablar sobre mí o sobre mi sentimiento, sino me estoy enfocando a hablar sobre esa cuestión que me causa ese sentimiento. ¿Cómo es ese viaje a Australia que me tiene tan emocionada? Ah, pues es bien emocionante. Oh, that is what you are going to be having. Okay. This chair is relaxing. I am very relaxed now. How is the thing that is causing me this feeling in my heart? This chair is relaxing. I am very relaxed now. This is the thing that is going to be causing me this feeling. Esta es la cosa, la situación, cómo es, y que obviamente me causa ese sentimiento. No te estoy diciendo que yo no soy la relajada, la silla es relajante y estoy muy relajada ahorita. Obvio, si digo this chair is relaxing, significa que estoy relajado, ¿no? Que me causa ese sentimiento de relajación, pero no me estoy enfocando a hablar de mí, sino de la otra cuestión que causa ese sentimiento. As we were saying, right? He's bored, he has the feeling. These books are boring. This is the situation of his feeling. And remember, ED and ING adjectives. An interesting book makes you feel interested in it. Doing something annoying makes you annoyed. Seeing something amusing makes you feel amused. La cosa, por así decirlo, la situación, la persona te genera cierta sentimiento ahí. Un libro interesante, an interesting book, un libro interesante, te hace sentir interesado en él. Yes or not? Excellent. Doing something annoying makes you annoyed. Hacer algo molesto, así como que, ay, me choca estar limpiando el baño, ¿no? Para mí es muy molesto limpiar el baño, ejemplo. Hacer algo que es molesto, obviamente te genera un sentimiento de molestia, te hace sentir molesto. Or doing something amusing amusing makes you feel amused. Hacer algo entretenido te hace sentir pues, entretenido. Acuérdate, bored y boring, aburrido y aburrido. De que estoy aburrido y que eso es aburrido. Aquí no te me vayas a confundir. Annoying, molesto, de que, ay, qué molesto es ese ruido. Ay, qué molesta es esa luz. Te hace sentir molesta. Ay, estoy molesta. No me hables. Estoy molesta, estoy enojada. Ahí, esa es la diferencia. O amusing, divertido, entretenido. Ay, es que es bien entretenido estar cortando cebolla. Me siento entretenido. Una cosa, esa es la cuestión externa y otra cosa es cómo te sientes. Y lógicamente, cómo es esa cosa te va a hacer sentir o tener cierto sentimiento. ¿Sale? Y bueno, tienes más ejemplos. Uy, bueno. Te estoy dejando un chorro de ejemplos aquí para que te diviertas respecto a este temita. Okay. So, adjectives with ed, we are going to be forming adjectives by adding ing and ed. Remember, and this is in few words all the class that we were having. This is going to be for you, in order to practice your reading comprehension, okay? As it is exactly what we were saying. The ing describes the effect that something has on someone's feeling. Los de ing describen el efecto que algo tiene en los sentimientos de una persona. And that describes a process or state that continues over a period of time, having an active meaning. Por eso no me gusta darte tantas cuestiones de teoría, porque dices, es boring. It is boring. And I feel bored. But we are going to be having the same here. Okay. And here, remember the cause and the result. ing, the cause, ed, the result. Annoying. If you do something annoying, you are going to be feeling annoyed. If you do something boring, you are going to be feeling bored. If you are doing something or you are having something that is confusing, you are going to be feeling confused. If you do something that is tiring, you are going to be feeling tired. Okay? That noise is very annoying. As a result, I am annoyed. His lessons are quite boring. His students are often bored. The plot of the book is confusing. I was very confused by the plot. The long flight was very tiring. I'm tired as a result of the flight. My gosh. Can you see this? The cause and the result or the effect that we are going to be having. Tell me, till this moment, any question or any situation that you have related to this topic, it was a kind of long, maybe, I know, but I think that it is an interesting topic in order that we can be avoiding certain mistakes that we could be having while we are speaking in English, right? Well, my beautiful students, if you have any question, any situation, remember that you can ask, feel confident with that. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in our next class, okay? See you later. Bye.